G'day, welcome to Afraid of the Mark. Doesn't have AFL in the name. I'm Finn.
I'm Dan.
I'm Chad.
AFL! Good.
Unaffiliated.
Unaffiliated. Yeah. How are we feeling?
Well, we didn't really have a lot to talk about last week, but now we've got too much. I'm overstimulated.
I feel like we if we'd waited a day last week, we would have had so much good shit to talk about.
Yeah.
I learned something this afternoon.
What did you learn?
Just gonna put myself on the record for my fuck up. Just was getting everything ready for tonight's episode and noticed last week's was still set to ready to publish.
No.
And I hadn't clicked the publish immediately when it was done, so.
Right.
So you all get a double episode this week because I only went up tonight.
We apologise to our hearing impaired people.
Well, no, funnily enough, my buddy Kane
He's on
said,
Spotify.
Vision impact.
So if they can't hear the podcast, then we're apologising to the hearing impaired?
They can't hear the...
he's apologising to the vision impaired because they couldn't watch the YouTube.
No, it was on YouTube. It wasn't on Spotify.
Yeah.
That's the point. So if someone catches their podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Tidal or Geezer,
If you're hearing impaired, are you going to go on Spotify or Apple or whatever to listen to a podcast?
didn't he say he was apologising to the vision impaired?
No.
No, I said hearing impaired because if they can watch it on YouTube, but they can't hear it on... Oh, no, because you would have to...
Yeah. I thought he said vision impaired.
No.
I knew what I meant in my head. Oh, geez,
Yeah,
sorry.
of course you did. Anyway, my buddy
Jesus.
Kane, I was talking to on the weekend. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I've been listening, but you missed an episode." And I was like, "No, we haven't." He's like, "Yeah, you missed a week." And I was like, I'm not sure about that, buddy." And then, so thank you, Kane.
Thanks,
Just
Kane.
message me next time you notice.
Yeah. Or just head straight to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe
Have
button.
we not had a media ban with... We're still talking to Kane?
Oh no! This is one with a brain
Yeah, okay.
and actually understands football. Yeah, not
Kane with a brain.
Kane with a brain.
Brain corns. Nah, definitely no brain corns. What a dud.
What a dud.
Yeah.
Are we engaging with the media? Are we doing North Melbourne and we're not going to talk to Kane at all, just in case he says something horrible about us? Or
I think we should avoid him. Yeah.
I want to engage him right now. Kane Corns, you're a flog.
Nailed it.
Let's
Nailed
see
it.
if he'll come at me, bro.
but we'll still talk to you because we'll talk to anybody, anyone who will actually have us. Really, we're at that point. Yeah, once we start getting pop,
We're tired of talking to each other.
Please.
Yeah. So, before we start some things, we went to the game the other night, me, my missus, my little girl, which was West Coast Eagles versus the Melbourne Demons.
You mean the training?
Nah, it wasn't bad. Come on.
Well,
It
you
could
know
have-
what?
Could have been worse.
Just before you carry on,
Go
right?
on.
I'd been to the Bucks party during the day.
Well, hang on. What Bucks party were you at?
Yeah.
There was no fights involved.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
Right?
You're-
We weren't bashing anyone. So.
Yeah.
But no, we played a round golf with boys, real good. Shout out Steve for putting on a good day.
How'd you go?
I played really good for fucking around
For 6
but-
holes, and then
Oh, we got through 9 of our 18.
Yeah,
It
good.
took us ages, but like, man, I played some shots and like 2 years off it. Like, this is sick. Anyway, I'm digressing. There's fuck all service out, so it was hard to keep track on what was going on with the game. Because you spend more time in the car than you do actually playing. So,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I can just set it up, watch a bit, but it wouldn't load anyway. So I left there, went back to my mates for a barbie and that night. And I got there, and my friend, she goes, she's like, we're getting belts. It was like 6 behinds or something. I was like, yeah, I checked the car, not interested. And then pulled my phone out, and there was 1 point in it. Everyone lost their minds. It was like, TV on, TV. And then it was bang, bang, bang. We're like, we're on here, and they didn't score.
We were good at halftime. You kicked the first and the third, and then that was it. Yeah.
And that was a good goal too. But what I was going to say is, my wife, she goes, their Harley Reid looks a bit like our Harley Reid. And it just fucking cracked me up because Charlie Spargo is running around with his headband and number 9 on us. Just made me think of the Spider-Man meme.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, Harley Reid used to be our Jaden Hunt.
Mm.
Yeah.
How was his goal? So good. So good.
Maybe they should push him forward a little bit. Good.
He's the best. He's one of the best wingers in the game. Problem is, I haven't been playing him in that position. Like, I just need seniority anyway. I don't know. I don't want to talk about how.
No.
Look,
No,
the Waffle Eagles got
Gotta
a
win.
fucking
Yeah.
massive win to bring every single kid who performed in that straight into the side.
Yep.
That's going to start winning
Look
culture.
at Grego.
Fucking get all them kids in.
I think your video encapsulated the feeling of most West Coast supporters. Like
Bro.
it was, I could feel the pain. It was. I didn't even have to ask Goodwin how your mental health was. I didn't even have to wait for the press conference. I was like, he's gone through some shit. That man.
I was going through it.
Did you see Clay Hall's stats from the Waffle game?
No, I didn't,
30 disposals, 8 tackles.
mate.
Get him
I
in.
mean, he's already even
Keep
when he
him
was
in.
he
Keep
was
him
so
in.
good.
Keep him in.
We're just not sure
So
where the
did you-
final
did-
list is going to land.
Did you feel disappointed that you?
That we went to the game?
Mm.
Nah. It was really good. The vibe was good. That I think the crowd was really good.
Yeah.
Atmosphere was cool. And obviously at one point, well, going into halftime with the lead, it was nice. It was feeling good. And
It all went downhill when Gov
yeah, absolutely it did. Yeah.
and they put a bad forward who's a worse defender down back.
yeah, they put Tom Cole in. Yeah,
They put Oscar Allen down.
Oscar Allen started down back,
Oh, did he?
and he had to be fair, had a really good game.
He played as the best I've seen him in defence. Yeah.
Ruben Jinby, absolute best on ground. That man is
Yeah, I
a
thought so
fucking
too.
beast, and we were just watching him
We
like
were-
a hawk.
We were derming it up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, look at that
Well, he's
body
put on
on
some- he's
him.
put on some
Old
muscle,
Kano's
yeah.
like, that man's a real man.
Yeah. Look at the rig on
He's
him,
a bloke.
mate. He
Why
was
doesn't the rest of your
so
team like
good
that?
I think he
too.
said he put on 7 kilos in the off season. One of his
Yeah.
interviews, you can tell he's just
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
in one
massive.
bicep.
He was
Yeah.
always,
Jesus.
he was always big, but he's a
Yeah.
monster.
Yeah.
Put him in the middle. Put him in the middle.
I don't know. He was very good in
Yeah.
defence. Very,
He's very
very
good in defence. Put him in the middle. There's no point in being in defence if he can stop the ball from going down there from the centre. So
That's true. That is true. With
Make me
Yoey not
coach.
coming back either,
Make-
Yoey's going for Surge and
make me coach. Telling you.
Jimby for
Right.
captain.
yeah.
You don't need a back line if the ball never goes there. So
No, that's
make
true.
me coach.
There you
Telling
go.
ya.
No, I don't feel disappointed at all. It was good fun, and it was great. My little girl's first game, so she loved it.
It's nice.
Yeah.
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 Well, she's been before, surely.
No, we went to a preseason game out in Mandurah a few years
No,
ago.
we went to a game.
Not with her. We went to training. We went to open training at Optus in 18 before the finals.
I'm sure we went to a game because we all had lunch after.
No, we went to Mandurah to the
No,
preseason.
in the city. We all had lunch in the city. I'm sure Harms was there. Pretty sure both the girls were there. Positive. I reckon there's even photos of it.
Well, let's find them because we were all convinced it was her first game,
Hmm.
and she fucking letting Ozzy the Eagle out for a 200
200th.
flight right above our head, man. Wish I
Yeah,
let
man.
her out, and she was crying. Hey, oh my god! Like, she just loved it
First
so
time
much.
seeing an eagle, eh?
Yeah, like that close and in the flesh. Yeah, she's seen them like videos
Brilliant.
and in the sky miles away, but
Now, speaking of West Coast, right, there's a player out there right now who's desperately trying to get the accolade he deserves because he's definitely leaving their team. And that is the Bont.
oh, he's gunning for that Brownlow.
Oh, he was fucking mental.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have 15 votes yet, how many games he played now? 4. So if he
About
doesn't
12,
if
yeah.
he doesn't have 12 votes, I'll fucking punch myself in the face on camera.
And he got points for his clap back at Bailey Smith. if he-
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There's an extra vote, 13.
Yeah.
Are we happy with the Bailey Smith trash talk? Or is it?
I think Bailey Smith's having a great time. Leave him to it.
Yeah. I like that he's getting trashed for something that's not cocaine related. So,
Yeah,
and he's also got the demeanor where I don't think he honestly cares. Like it's all part of the fun, and they're all mates. Like, you don't forget being buddies playing for that team the moment you leave. Like, it was a good stab by Smith. Good response by Bont.
Yeah, it was quite cute.
Now, if Kane Corns was involved, it would probably be someone up for a murder charge or something, or who knows. Yeah.
Just with that Bulldogs game, though, do you not think it was weird that even though Ballarat's a smaller ground, like why would you play there when they've got that much construction going on at the moment? Like,
it's a bit wild, isn't it?
because the whole camera angle was like, oh, there's some nice construction.
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
Look like
Can't shut the oval.
no, but it's just like, what is it necessary to go there when it's already minimal people? Like, is it worth it? Could you not skip a year until they've finished doing,
No,
or until 3 building companies change?
No,
their
because
OBMs
they
and
need the
continue?
revenue coming in still. Like at the end of the day,
yeah, true.
all
they
of
do.
Ballarat go to the game, so it's,
Yeah, well,
And soon you'll be able to have all of Ballarat and whatever fucking towns next to it. Ararat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm geographically correct there. What else is near? It's like Gippsland area, is
I couldn't tell you. My
No, my dad was born there.
No,
That's all I know
geography's
about
not
it.
great.
Yeah.
Well, your dad's a Prictorian.
Yeah, well, he grew up in South Australia, but yeah, he was born in Ballarat. Yeah.
Prictorian.
So we're hybrid.
hybrid.
Can't.
Hybrid.
Hybrid.
So
What do you
before we move on, I obviously went to the game and whatnot. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about was Bo Allen, his debut.
Yeah. Bang. That's
Bang.
He's been listening to Woosha.
Yeah, absolutely. Clocked Jack Viney real hard.
He looks so sad.
Mate, he was so pissed off, but everybody got around him, and then as they would.
See, I don't know
like,
if you
would
would have seen it too well being at the game, but did you see what Liam Ryan did? The moment it happened, because he was nearby, he ran straight up to the umpire to say like it was an accident, his first game. I'm assuming this is what he's saying, like pleading with him, just like probably not to report him, like just let it go. Like kid's gone for one of his first big defensive spoils, like pleading with him, like, and I thought that was really good to see from a senior player.
Yeah.
One that was
good.
talked about wanting to leave the club this week.
Yeah,
like, to be like, well, that's not the actions of someone who doesn't want to be there. That's like,
Well, at least one Allen can assert themselves in the game.
Yeah. But copped a suspension.
Ah, well,
Debut game suspended.
you don't even argue it.
No,
Just
no,
fucking
defuck, you move on. But it made me think.
Get it out of the way now.
yeah, exactly. It made me think, like, how many times has that happened?
Heaps.
Well, I went scouring AI and asking the question to see if that will find out for me. And Grok reckons there's not a lot of stats that record suspensions and the amount of games that player has played. So there's not a lot of actual data out there for it to find. But it estimated less than 10 players have been suspended in
I
their
reckon
debut
I've
game.
seen that 10 times in the last decade,
Do you?
at least.
Barry Hall,
Probably.
In his first game.
Washer. Yeah, they're just the people that spring.
Oh,
them
they were
online.
allowed to punch on back then. It's a different story. No, I'm sure it'd be happening way more than you think it is.
Wow.
AI's not going to know because
There's the data sets. It literally
well,
said to
no,
me,
because
like, the data sets
they only take statistics that Champion Data will track.
Yeah.
But there are other entities that track.
Yeah, well, I went and I asked Swamp. Unfortunately, I haven't had a response yet on Twitter.
He's never responded to you, has he?
No.
You should clip this and then fucking tag
Oh, I'm
him
absolutely going
in
to.
it. And tag
Yeah,
him in it.
absolutely going to.
Start answering us.
Yeah.
Just message him. We know people in the Northern Territory.
Yeah. Want to come to a Bucks party?
Now, someone who knows
Fuck
people in
you
the Northern
up.
Territory, they're going to Darwin, so I think they'll be alright. Like, no one lives in Darwin.
Oh, fair.
Well, Darwin's not really the Northern Territory. That's like on the
It's
west side.
It's as north as you can get in the Northern Territory, just about.
No, Darwin's like that's up the top of like WA, isn't it? Like,
No.
is it?
Darwin's in the Northern Territory.
Is it central? Is it?
It's the capital of the Northern Territory.
What am I thinking of the top of WA? Then
Broome.
Broome, yeah.
is it the top?
Broome.
Very top.
Derby, yeah. Broome is like right before.
And then you enter the NT and
Keep going to Darwin.
keep going, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm no good at geography.
Well,
And he's
clearly
not,
neither am
a,
I.
and he's,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's not from this country, so
Oh, he's a colonizer, so no, technically you're not.
Not me, big dog.
Get
No.
out.
Anyway, stay on topic. I carried on scrolling Swamp's page, and there's a few cool stats that sort of stood out to me that he's posted over the last couple of days. So I thought I might screenshot a couple
yeah.
and share some with you. So, 2025 round 8 is the first time in the top 8 era that the team that has finished at the top of the ladder has the lowest percentage of all teams in the 8. Quite interesting.
They've had a lot of close wins, I think. So
We've-
that makes sense.
we have seen close to that before.
I don't know. I'm just.
Ross Lyon era must have
Yeah.
been. Not
I
on
thought
Friday
that was
night,
quite
but we'll get there.
interesting.
Oh.
So Brisbane, lowest percentage, top of the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Round 8, 2025 is the first Q clash where both sides have been inside the top 8 going into the game.
Yep, I already
quite
knew that one.
interesting.
That was pretty easy to know.
Well, yeah, because Gold Coast have never been in the top 8.
That one's not even surprising.
Nah. Sydney, the first side in 2025 to win the week after playing the Gold Coast Suns.
Good.
Yeah, Every team that's played the Gold Coast Suns
Lost
has
the
lost the
following
following week, apart from Sydney. 25 minutes into quarter 2 is Richmond's slowest opening goal this century. Well, you might like that one because you're a bit of a history guy.
Well, that puts us
This
back
century, that's got nothing to do with war. Why would he give a fuck?
That's in between the two wars, technically. 1925.
No, this century. Been no wars.
Oh,
this
in the last
century.
25 years, you reckon? Or...
That's what this century means.
No, century's 100 years.
Yeah.
No, they mean last century was the 19th.
Oh, so we're not saying within 100
20th
years.
century. We're in the 21st century.
I read it as in the last 100
No.
years.
We've had the Afghanistan
No.
War. We didn't fight. We did little bits and pieces. Though.
Did we?
No.
Not me.
On the record, off the
Personally.
record. No. We're
Anyway,
too
let's
young.
move on.
America's proto-wars don't count.
Okay.
That's it. Don't be a proxy. Get on the field.
Good. Couple
Yeah, you're
more.
gonna keep
Couple
going.
more.
Oh,
Couple more.
fucking hell.
So players that have had a 35+ disposal game at Perth Stadium and also had a 5+ goal game at Perth Stadium. There's 2 of them.
Toby Green?
Nope.
Josh Kennedy.
Nope.
Isaac.
Think about who played there this weekend.
Who played there this week?
Kristen
Petrarch.
No. 5+ goals
In a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've seen
and 35+ disposal.
in the same game.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have thought maybe he'd be one.
Ben Cousins.
No.
Chris Judd.
Did Ben Cousins or Chris Judd play football this weekend?
Oh, so no, you said who else has done
Bailey
it?
Fritsch?
Max Gorn.
Max Gorn's had a 30 disposal game.
35 disposal game.
And 5 goals.
And 5 goals in a game
Jeez.
at Perth Stadium.
Yeah,
And there's one other who didn't play this
He
weekend.
kicked 6 last season, didn't he? That game there.
Oh, I don't know if it was last season, but he's had a big one. And there's one other who didn't play this weekend.
Who's done it?
Yeah.
From either of those sides?
No.
Nat Fife?
No.
Jesse Hogan.
No.
Got to be someone from Freo, though.
Yes.
Pavlich.
No, Pavlich has never played at Perth Stadium.
Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't.
The new
He
Perth
would have
Oval.
played at Subi, but
Yeah.
retired.
No.
Yes.
What year did Subi? Oh, so what year did Subi?
17 was the
16 or
last season.
17?
No, first season at Perth Stadium was 2018.
Was it?
Because they hung a fucking flag up there and it's made season.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
In its
It feels like
debut,
longer than- it feels not as
in
long
its
as that.
debut, the only WA team worth talking about hung a flag up in it. I'll always remember that stat. If it wasn't Fife,
How long ago did they play?
well, it's been in the last
Still playing.
6 years.
They're still playing now.
Mhm.
No.
Although, not very often. Still on a
Walters?
list.
Will Brody.
Michael Walters.
Oh, Walters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Sunny. All right.
Yeah. I thought that was quite cool.
That's a cool stat.
Who has the longest active streak of games kicking 1+ goal?
Ooh, I did see something about this recently.
Not Josh Tracy anymore because his came to an end.
Yeah.
But
Is it one of the Kings?
no.
No. It's a small forward, eh?
No.
Isn't it?
Collingwood player.
No.
Jeremy Cameron?
No, he's second on the list. 23 games.
I did
This
see.
person has 38 games consecutively kicking 1 or more goal.
But it's not a small forward.
It's not small forward. No.
Jeez, I feel like I know this.
Can you give us a hint?
He's not a small forward.
And it's not-
Journeyman.
and it's not Jeremy Cameron.
A journeyman.
No, a journeyman.
Multi-club
There's
player.
not a lot of journeymen out that you'd be doing that with.
No, you got me.
It's Jesse Hogan
Oh, didn't he just say Jesse Hogan?
No, I think no. No, I said that for the
for the 35 plus and 5
Oh,
goals.
right.
So Jesse Hogan 38, Jeremy Cameron 23, next one behind him, Riley Philthorpe on 14, then Ben King, Jack Higgins, Taylor Walker on 11, and Eric Hipwood on 10. Port in 2025 are the first team to kick the opening goal in each of their first 8 games of a season this century.
Just they don't kick the last 20.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
The pride of South Australia.
Yeah, that is funny.
Come on, give us one more and then let's move on. We can do this all night.
All right, Cam Zerha, goal kicking in 2025. If you're watching on TV, he's kicked 9-1 to the right of screen, 2-7 to the left of screen.
If only it was 1-9 to the left, I would be really impressed by that.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
You ruined it, Cam.
Ruined it.
Cool
But
stats.
Some cool stats. Thanks very much, Swamp. Please answer my questions. That's the second one I've sent you and you've ignored.
I thought you sent more than that.
No. Oh, it might be the third, maybe.
Hmm.
I have to backtrack and listen to some episode.
Yeah. Oh,
I ain't
go
got time
back
for
to your
that.
messages and find out.
Yeah.
How do you contact him? Twitter.
Yeah. That's where the profile is.
Dead platform. That's why he doesn't answer. He
Yeah,
probably
he
thinks-
answers a lot on
He
there.
probably thinks it's a dead platform.
Yeah,
too.
probably, yeah.
Now,
There you go. That's all I brought. That's the only
Few,
value I brought this week.
No, second-hand information. That's good.
Yeah.
A few things happened this
Motherfucker.
week. I was gonna thought about doing a reel today, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to be that guy.
But I don't want to put out content. Ugh.
But no, but I'll say it
Right,
here.
Chad?
I'll say it here, no, because you're messing up the fucking couch cover, mate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want people to see its actual colour.
I'm not going to burn your ass, so I can't sit in one position for too long. My cheeks get sore.
Doesn't wear footwear. Usually I don't.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Does it not go any better?
No. You're making a mess of everything else. You're knocking your microphone.
Oh, fuck, man.
Like a baby giraffe.
Where's my beverage?
Yeah, left your drink down there. I'll say it now, but I thought I better not. Like, this would be one that go viral, and then we go viral for the wrong thing. I seem to.
Because you're racist or homophobic or something.
No. It wasn't that. I was gonna be like, is Willie Willie's back on the billies?
Ooh.
Because his behaviour's been a bit
Mm.
absurd.
Well, I think we've all got in trouble for Willie messages.
But it's not
every
really
now
a
and then,
stone.
you know?
It's not really a stoner's attitude, so it doesn't work either.
No, they're about peace and
No.
love.
I was gonna be like, Willie's back on the crack pipe because he hasn't been on one. So
To our knowledge.
yeah.
I would just say
Nah,
Tom Morris
no,
told
he
us
doesn't.
it's all right.
He doesn't have the personality to be like that, but he clearly is upset about what happened on the footy field. Now,
What did happen between him and Bailey? Obviously, there was a bit of physicality.
Was it Bailey that he's messaged? Is
Dale, yeah, he,
Bailey
he, didn't,
Dale.
he didn't message him. He told messaged other Dogs players that he's got mates in Northern Territory, best the hotel in Darwin next.
Oh.
Because
That's where the joke
if you-
comes from. I know people in the... Right.
did you not know this?
Nope.
Oh, okay. There's the content right there. This is interesting. I can't believe you didn't know that. Right. So that's a big thing today. Who dropped the news? It was Brownie, wasn't it? Tom Brown.
Yeah, so someone's leaked it, obviously.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
media,
Yeah. So I seen Willie's thing, and basically
You see this, Willie?
it's a pretty big deal. He'd obviously slapped Bailey Dale back, and they made a big hoo-ha about it. That's what was seen. But what you didn't see is that apparently Bailey Dale punched him before he slapped him in the chest.
Right.
On the face, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
So then Willie's like slapped him back and slapped him.
See,
there.
I've only seen like a picture of it. I thought it was like a throat punch.
No. It's like a slap to his chest.
Right.
But everyone was carrying on. Willie's copping shit for slapping Bailey Dale, but he's saying he punched me first, and just no one saw it. It wasn't caught on camera. There's no.
Wiki.
Is there any truth to that? Is there?
Oh.
No, we don't know.
I don't know. But if there is, not that I don't think what he's done is justified, but
Hmm.
he cops enough shit as it is, and he's copping shit for slapping someone in the chest on the field in the game where you slap each other in the chest all the time, which is a riddle me that.
I mean, if you win, you
Um,
slap each other on the ass. You know,
and
it's just
like,
what it is.
but he didn't punch him back. If he did get fucking whacked in the face,
No.
and then he's the one who got criticised. So well, just fuck it, my brother boys will sort it out.
Mm.
Not going to go down well for Willie, and if he was punched in the face and there is evidence of it, it's not going to go down well, Dale either.
No.
Because at this
Maybe
point,
we'll
I
be
think,
staying in the hotel.
I don't think he'd be getting on the plane, mate.
No.
Because he'd just cop 6 weeks for that immediately now. I don't think even outcome will matter anymore.
No.
Well, punch in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't reckon they won't even worry about outcome. You punch someone in the head, gone.
Yeah.
Especially when it's off
It's
play.
just
you know,
an act of violence.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a contest. It's going to whack
Andrew
you.
Gaff got 8 weeks for it, didn't he? And that
Yeah, he
was off
broke
the
someone's
ball.
jaw. So
It's the action, not the outcome, isn't it?
well,
It's both.
who knows?
The outcome has a
Sometimes
lot
it's
of
the
weight.
outcome, and sometimes the fucking action.
Yeah.
I tell you who is on the fucking billies. Oh, Michael Christian. That's who's on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
billies.
And the crack pipes.
Yeah, and the
That
crack.
dude's getting busy.
Did so I think I read that Port Adelaide aren't going to. There's going to be no sanction for Willie Rioli's message. Do we agree with after we've had a couple of outbursts on media and messages? Or?
Sanctions from the club.
Yeah. they're not going to pull him up on it.
Well, they can't afford to, can they?
Well, they can. I mean, like you don't.
No, I mean they just can't afford to. There goes 3 of their 5 goals a game. So
Yeah, true.
But I mean, do we want that in the game of players making threats?
no, but the AFL will likely sanction him for it.
Yeah. Is this what are we looking at? Fine or suspension?
I don't know. Who fucking knows? He got 2 years for swapping Gatorade with piss. So like, who fucking knows what?
I mean, it's one thing to like you can have. I mean, if he sent a threatening message from himself, fair enough. But you don't threaten. Like, fight your own fights. Don't say you're going to get other people on you. Like, you're a grown man.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I think it's weak as piss personally, but
Oh, it doesn't make him look good. No.
no. And as
Especially
you
a slap on the
as
chest.
you said, there's been a string of social media out. Like, didn't he go to Port Adelaide to not be like this?
Yeah, to
Didn't
get
he
out
move-
of the way of the spotlight and all of that.
Yeah. May as well have stayed at West Coast. At this point, because he's behaving like a ding dong.
Ding dong. Willie's behaving like a ding
He
dong.
moves his head one way, it dings, the other way, it dongs. Fucking nothing up there. Little things rattling around.
No, he's thinking with his willy. Wrong head. There's a joke somewhere. I don't know.
There's got to be one in there somewhere.
No, it's Wayne Carey, wrong player.
Excellent. Very good.
But yeah, but it was obviously there's a lot of physicality. And obviously off the field, we've had media today that
Well, hang on, before you move
What?
on. I just want to know if Kane Corns is going to defend his actions because he's a Port Adelaide player. Because it always seems to be the way it goes.
Well, Kane would have to find his willy first, would
No.
I'm calling him not. Yeah.
Can you pull a really bad face so we can like use that?
That'll do.
That's the one.
That will definitely do.
That's the one.
Approximately 12 and a half minutes
Yeah.
in. Just put a marker here.
There we go.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know what they're for now.
Yeah.
Media.
Winning.
Now I'm going to have to fucking edit that.
Yeah. Massive spike in audio. Love that.
That was
Love that.
Stephen May throwing a punch. That was that knocking sound. That segue.
Very good.
More players getting in physicality, but this is months ago, so a bit of a delay.
Months ago, it's kind of strange that...
Someone snitched.
You reckon? Is that how it's come out?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's kind of ironic that it's been snitched in May.
What's going on with him
I'm
tonight?
glad I didn't delete that cricket sample because
What's-
it's going in there. Fucking hell.
What's going on with him tonight?
Slightly
I'm not
off
well.
kilter.
Yeah, I'm a bit overtired.
Did you not take your meds today?
No, I took them too late. Now here we are. Yep.
Dear oh dear.
Oh dear.
But yeah, what do we think now?
Well,
Like,
so there was 2 incidents at this Bucks party, you reckon?
yes.
One
two-
incident involving 2 listed AFL players, or
Well,
2
two were
separate
questioned about it.
incidents?
May's been accused of,
Belting someone.
and Presti is just being inquired about what he saw. I think. I don't think there's been any hint that Presti has done anything yet. But the accusations that came out about an hour ago, so they reckon it's like the guy's now legally blind in one eye from the punch,
Oof.
detached retina, broken eye socket.
That's like
Wow.
grievous bodily harm.
Yeah,
like
that's a lot.
an actual you're in big trouble. And then if someone did that to you,
You just can't play night games anymore. Like,
no, that's like an actual. The cops will look for a good prosecution on something. There's grievous bodily harm. It's not. But why? Yeah, why don't it come out now? Especially if he's blinded something.
So I don't know. It's an interesting one. Interesting that, I mean, someone's clearly been covering that up for a period of time to not mention it and it not be publicly known, you know?
I think it was depending on how the investigation's gone. I think so. I think they were inquired with today. The charges haven't been pressed yet, but they reckon there will be pending charges at least for May.
So is he like the fella who's been blinded and bashed? Has he recently filed this complaint? Something?
Or has it just taken them that long to get to this stage of
Actually investigating?
or laying charges? Yeah,
Uh,
maybe maybe they wanted the final clarifications from excuse me,
Prestia.
I just didn't want to burp from the players to go. Yep, it's definitely was May. Definitely did happen. Whose Bucks party was it? I wonder. Surely there would have been more footy players there.
Well, it
Just
sounded
because-
like a Gold Coast because May and Prestia were ex-Gold Coast players, so
Yeah,
maybe
Yeah.
there'd be a lot then, because there's a lot of ex-Gold Coast players.
Mm.
well, not a lot, not compared to the rest of the AFL. But yeah, I know what you mean.
No, but yeah, there's a lot that are currently listed that have.
Well, hopefully
made-
Carmichael Hunt wasn't there, otherwise the drugs would have been good. Problems with
Maybe.
Oh. Probably the first time he's dished someone though, like
He does it to his own teammates.
yeah, yeah,
it wasn't a French. Was it a French restaurant last time?
something
I think.
like that. Yeah. Far out. I mean,
maybe they're Italian for the buck.
maybe.
Maybe someone said something about Presti's mum's meatballs or something, and it just all of a sudden he just, whatever Italians, maybe lasagna perhaps.
What
Lord,
the fuck is going on with you?
Lord.
No, but that's what started the argument. Like I'm just trying to.
I'm gonna set an alarm on my phone, and every Monday I'm gonna message you saying take your meds, because if you leave it too late, we're doomed.
You know what I just realised? Every time he blurts out, he sounds like Don Vito.
I don't know who that is. Is that?
What?
There's
You've got
Don
no
Vito.
culture.
But he does.
No, I'm Caucasian. I just steal everybody else's.
He's a Caucasian. That man's about as white as they come, buddy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Was.
I did my ancestry on.
Whiter now.
yeah.
Yeah. Blood left.
I traced back my
What's wrong
lineage
with you today? Fuck.
on ancestry.com. I'm like the most Caucasian person in the world. Like every single one of my relatives, it's all like Arthur and Roderick, and there's not one bit of color anywhere. Like, I've got a great grandpa Dick. Like not Richard, his name was Dick.
That explains a lot.
So I come from a great Dick. Yeah.
Anything about football or just ancestry, history?
He
and
might have
war?
played football.
Fucking hell.
Dick from 50.
Look at the body on him.
Maybe that's why he's obsessed with names like Horse and Cox.
Could be.
Genetic.
Well, it's all in the lineage. Yeah. Willie.
God, you've had enough.
Yeah.
You've had
I mean,
enough.
having caffeine is only going to get worse from this point.
So Lordo has made some comments today.
Matthew Lloyd.
Yep.
About Harley.
And Oscar
Mm.
about just get rid of them if they don't want to be there. And I
Mm.
tend to agree. I do agree. Get rid of people who don't want to be there. Right?
Mm.
All for it,
Do you ever read into what they write on the banners at the games? Did
No.
you see what they wrote on that one for Oscar?
No.
And it said,
Nice knowing you.
No, it was like, congratulations, Oscar, on the ton. We're looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, next one game before you leave.
That's odd.
Mm.
Well, fans make those,
Yeah.
not the club. There's no one.
No, but it's like the cheer squad, and they make them at the club, and they're
No, but the cheer squad is purely cheer squad related. It's only GWS who have a social media person
Mm.
actively involved in it.
Mm.
Why do you think Carltons always suck?
What are they?
They got like 7 brain cells amongst the entire cheer squad, mate.
That's why Collingwood's have always got mistakes
Yeah,
or fall
because they
apart
can't
or whatever.
spell. It's and that's just supportive fan base. I wouldn't read into that at all.
Mm.
They were probably trying to be
Fair
positive.
What I
I
would
guess
be
that's-
reading,
yeah.
what I would be reading into is Matthew Lloyd talking about those two players. When what indication has Harley Reid given that he doesn't want to be there?
None.
Like literally none. The
Literally
only
zero.
indication he's given is I want people to leave me alone. So
Yeah. There was I posted a comment on
which comes across to
something on
me
Instagram today.
as that's old Mr. Essendon just doing his part to try to get him to the Bombers rather than
Well, he's doing better recruiting than Adrian Dodor or ever did. So
Yeah,
good
I
on
know,
him.
but-
Lloyd for recruiting.
But yeah, singling out Harley Reid and Oscar Allen. Oscar, yes, but there's multiple other players at that team who clearly don't want to be there, and they should be moved on as such.
there was a couple of comments on the post of Lloydie on the AFL Instagram. And someone had written, he's probably laughing at all the speculation. He doesn't need to make a decision for anyone at this stage. And I commented back on it just like 100%. He's a natural born troll having the time of his life, knowing that he can't fart without it being a headline. Also, averaging 16 touches with a hard tag every week. Can't wait to see what he looks like when he's got a bit more experience and can work his way around it. Think Lockie Neal.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
How many likes you get on that?
Fuck all.
Did you have your
But that's
top off
okay.
on when you put it up?
No, it was comments on someone else's comment. But
Oh, what,
but
one?
if he does, it
Two?
ends all the talk. Got to be distracting for everyone at the club, especially him. That's what someone wrote
Oh.
back on it.
Mate, people talk shit daily. Like, you just ignore it.
What are we doing?
Talking shit.
Talking shit, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking supportive shit.
Now, that's speaking of shit. Fremantle Football Club.
Yes.
Proper shit.
Proper shit.
Well, it's long manure, as in like it should be long manure.
That's the closest thing you've got to a funny joke tonight. Good work.
Wasn't too bad. Do you know why it wasn't too bad?
Go on.
Because you didn't call him Longmire.
Yeah, true.
That's
yeah.
how I remember it. now.
Horse
Like,
shit.
Fremantle shit, long manure. It's all word association. Could be Tourette's. I don't know.
Horse shit and long manure.
Oh, funny
Fucking
shit.
hell.
No, absolutely
Mate,
awful.
what, if you were on the board at that club, what would your reaction have been after that?
Oh, sack the coach.
Sack the coach,
Sack
man.
the coach.
And if it wasn't in the game, it's got to be his comments after.
Yeah. So someone, the comments about Jackson and
No,
Darcy.
about he was like, oh, I'm partly to blame. I need to accept responsibility that I'm to blame for this.
Partly.
And it was like, no shit.
Yeah.
Like, and he just the
Very
way
manure.
the way he said it was if he'd had this fucking epiphany that like, oh, maybe I'm the problem. Like, you are the fucking problem,
Yeah.
mate. Like,
Yeah.
like
That's why you're not on a proper contract, because
Like,
it won't be long.
if they dish that up again, like,
Well, they've got Collingwood this week, so it's
they're-
not going to get
oh,
easier.
they're gonna get,
And Collingwood are coming off a loss now, too.
and they're gonna get
a close one.
my tips.
Oh, don't. I think I ended up with 3.
Oh, I dominated in the scale of what's going on in this room because
Yeah.
his were fucking the worst.
No, I got a couple wrong. Yeah, I didn't go. I got
You
6.
had
You
5.
did not get 6.
you had 4 wrong in the first 5 games.
No,
Did you
so-
end on 5? We'll have a
I
look
don't
at
think
it.
I
We're not
wasn't
talking
that
about
No
high.
this
way
now.
you ended on 5. He tipped Fremantle, he tipped North Melbourne,
Tip Carlton.
and he didn't tip the Saints.
I didn't tip Carlton. Did I tip Carlton?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Bro, you were like bad, man.
Oh, Carlton beat.
No, Adelaide
No.
beat Carlton.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Carlton lost.
Convinced.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you did.
And he tipped Gold
Yeah,
Coast.
yeah, you did. No, he tipped Brisbane.
Oh, did he?
You tipped Gold.
Oh, who'd you tip?
Brisbane.
Oh, I thought we all tipped Gold.
No, you were the only one who went. I remember that one.
You tipped North. You
You
tipped Freo. You tipped the Bulldogs.
Oh, you got
Was
one.
I wrong?
Yeah, you tipped Carlton.
Mm.
You tipped Geelong. You got that one. You tipped Melbourne. You got that one. You tipped the Giant.
I thought he tipped West Coast.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm insane, but not that insane.
He tipped North
Right.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Who'd they play again?
Essendon.
Oh, well, that's. I mean, it
And got smoked.
No, they didn't.
was like a kick.
It
Not
was
even a kick.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah,
They came back. Although
they
were that
did.
far down,
And
but yeah.
yeah, they
Was it?
didn't get smoked. That was a pretty close call. To be fair, that was a better choice.
Oh, yeah. 3 points.
That was
Shit.
a better choice than tipping not St Kilda.
Yeah. But I mean, like that.
Or tipping West Coast.
But with like Freo, I mean, that was one of their lowest scores in the last. What are their top 10 lowest
yeah, I
scores?
saw this stat. It is yet one of their top 10. I think it was like their 5th lowest score in history.
Who, Freo?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What was it like? 3 goals to the third quarter.
31 was their next most recent low score.
I feel like didn't they say at halftime Caleb Sarong and Brayshaw had like 15 touches between them?
Probably something fucking pathetic.
But
Yeah.
I mean, Strong did have a very nice supportive text message to the coach, which I thought was endearing.
Oh, yeah?
What did it say? Can't wait till you're gone.
No, he said I've read it. It was on. I don't know who leaked these things, but
I'll see you at the next club.
yeah, it was probably it was something to do with like we believe in the game plan. Then it was maybe a thumbs up emoji or something. Like I mean, I don't know why someone would
Caleb
report on
Sarong's
that,
a good guy, Footy.
That's so funny. Can you imagine being the guy that writes that text message? Good morning, JL.
Yeah.
We support the game plan.
Yeah.
See you
Just
at lunch.
Just not you.
yeah. Oh, fucking what?
I mean, what
There
does he
must
do?
have been
Yeah.
motivation to write that message. Like, please support me, back me up, give me something.
Yeah, well, it's what did he? Like, I want to know what the response was. Did he just like it, or did he, did he just did they left him on
Coffee
scene?
emoji,
Yeah.
coffee question mark.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know why what someone would report on that because that's
No.
it's obviously a slow. It's not even a slow news day. Like you could just
There's plenty
you
going
know,
on, but maybe
yeah.
they're reporting on it because the internal noise at the club is that
They
he's
don't
lost
support the game.
the playing.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
And
Well, the text
maybe
out
that's
was.
the wrong. Just going.
Give him something.
We got to stem the what could be a catastrophic collapse at the footy club.
Well, we're still early in the season. I mean, like, is it too early to?
You got to
sack
remember that
someone?
he went through this last year.
Hmm.
This is where your cafe obsession comes from.
Yeah.
Is that like
That's where I get my best gossip.
meeting at the cafe to try to fix the problems at Freo? Well, they're just getting worse. Like, and you know what makes it so bad, right? Is that they have such convincing wins, and then just get fucking belted more often than they win. But like,
You couldn't have been more right as well with what you said about them.
I told
One
you.
week they're great, and then they'll be shit again next week or whatever.
I told you.
Yeah.
Like, and you got like it's Saints have lost a few, but they are trying to consistently perform, and that's something that Fremantle cannot do.
Mm.
Was that a
So-
masterclass in coaching by Ross Lyon?
100%. 100%. And it was because he knows half that playing group and he knows they're playing his style. Like, it's almost as if that footy club has only ever known what Ross Lyon is. They only know how to play what Ross Lyon brought to the football club.
So,
and there's been
Would you say that he's not the worst coach you've ever seen?
No. I have said that in the past. Because he can't
Approximately 7 days ago.
Because he
Quite
can't,
abruptly.
'cause he can't win a flag. But yeah, it was a good performance by him, obviously.
It might have been hang on, you carry on. Because
Oh
I'm
my
pretty
God,
sure
here
one
you
of
go.
them other stats that I screenshotted was something
Oh.
about Ross Lyon and
He
flag.
just so you know, he used to have the greatest winning record ever until Chris Scott
Lois.
smashed it. There you go. There's a coach who can win premiership.
No, you
With a
can.
good
Yeah.
list, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Ross Lyon should do an
Ross
apprenticeship.
Lyon, the 18th.
How to attack.
Ross Lyon, the 18th person to coach 200 plus V/AFL wins. And then someone wrote on the post, question without notice, how many of those 17 prior to Ross were premiership coaches? Answer without notice, 17 of them.
Well, like, but he's still got time to get one.
He does. Also, lowest scores kicked by a V/AFL side that is up against the side who has conceded 110 plus points in each of the previous 3 weeks. Fremantle. 5-3, 33, 20, 25, round 8 versus.
But I mean, maybe Willie Rioli can spend some time with Strong and figure out how to send like nice messages. Maybe they could do some, hey Bailey Dale, I'm upset that you hit me. Maybe we could talk about this over a coffee and
John Longmanure has a great spot. Next time you're back in Perth, buddy.
yeah, we can talk and sometimes it comes from other places when we get people.
Now I was talking to my mate, right?
Kane.
Okay, not
How
corns.
did you know I was going to say Kane? Because he's just good with this stuff. And he goes, they have got so much fucking money tied up in those two spud ruckmen.
Mm.
And I was like, which one do you get rid of?
That's what that other Kane was talking about today.
Which one
Spud Kane.
which one do you get rid of?
In my opinion, you get rid of Darcy.
See, he said that, but I was like, I'd get rid of fucking Luke Jackson.
Nah,
Yeah.
Luke Jackson's way more agile and adds another layer.
Yeah, but
to their game
but
if he's playing as
Sean
number one, right?
Darcy, yeah, and I understand he's probably got more strings in his bow, but you need someone who's going to get the ball to your mids to get it out of there. And Luke Jackson isn't a natural
Because he's not
ruckman.
being allowed to play the number one position and be that guy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let him
We've
play in that
seen
position, he
Sean
can be that
Darcy
guy.
break games apart as a ruckman, and you haven't seen Luke Jackson break a game apart.
I reckon they should have
No.
kept Meeks and got rid of the other two. Like,
No, I
yeah,
don't like to agree with Kane Corns, but you're not seeing him set games alight in the forward line when he starts in the forward line.
Who?
Luke Jackson.
No, I understand that, but when he was playing ruck at Melbourne, he wasn't doing it either. You got to remember that Gawn isn't always in there, and he had plenty of opportunities.
Never
there
been number one. Make him the guy and he'll be the guy.
I don't reckon. But anyway, it's at the end of the day, one of them's got to fucking go
Mm-hmm.
because they got so much money tied up in it, and
Playing with my nipples.
yeah, I see that. Sean Darcy must have a massive cock, right?
well, he's 6'7", so
yeah, just let me
yeah.
finish, right?
Okay.
Because there's not enough blood flow to his brain for it to work properly. So the only answer to that would be that it's fucking is huge member has taken it up because sometimes it's like he's looking at butterflies. Yeah, like
Just standing still in the middle of the oval.
that's what he looks like to me when he's off. That's what it looks like. You know, when the kids are playing junior football and one of them's just like the ball flies past and the coach is fucking.
Well, like I can.
That's why my sports teachers hated me. That was me.
Spit coming out the mouth. Fucking move, Sean. Fucking move. Well, that's how I see him sometimes. But then when he's playing good footy, it's like must be cold, shriveled up a bit because his brain's firing and he's like, ball for you, ball for you, ball for you. Get out my way, ball for you. I'm gonna run down the fastest midfielder, holding the ball, kick it 60.
Look, when has that ever happened?
Have you never seen it? He has laid those tackles.
I've never seen him run.
Big lumbering man.
He literally lumbers.
Yeah.
He does not run. He lumbers.
If I can
feel Optus Stadium shaking from the house.
Just to speak as someone who is over 6 foot here, like sometimes I do get lightheaded when the blood goes down there. Like, I'm just saying, like you get days. Sometimes I get confused where I am.
It's a scientific.
I fall over.
It's a scientific fact. There are men who've had to have their dongs chopped because they can't.
Much.
Oh, I just choose to live with the back pain. Yeah. Every day.
No,
ketamine's great.
I'm making dumb jokes about him, but yeah, one of them's got to go, and that's critical for them to fix it. And they still don't have a forward.
Oh, they've got Trace. The big kahunas are on.
Mate, he is not a forward. He is a swingman, all rounder, great footy player, but they just need a traditional fucking key forward who can just go.
If only they could get their hands on a Jesse Hogue.
Boom,
or
boom.
someone of the like.
If Hogan was in a different place in his life, he would have been a bit better.
Yeah, and I dare say, if Hogan had gone to Freo as his third club, then he'd be.
You reckon he'd still be the guy he is?
Oh, well, who knows? Who knows? But either way,
yeah,
it's they've had plenty of options and they still just don't take those options when they're there.
Yeah,
and maybe it could be the Ross Lyon curse because he seems to like playing forward lines without key forwards. So, because like look at when he was at Freo, who was his key forward? Pav. Pav's not a key forward.
No, probably not a traditional key. No,
he's not. He's just a fucking superstar. But he wasn't a key forward. Like the man had all Australians as a defender as well. You know, like it's just Ross Lyon has obsession with not having key forward.
Well, he persisted with Tabner for a long time. I'd say he's a similar player as well.
Tabner's a middle-sized body. He's not a fucking.
Probably similar to Josh Tracy, really.
Well, they did the same with McCarthy as well. Like, they're just players who aren't keys, and they try and play them as keys.
Yeah. And I don't get it at all. And maybe that it has a lot of explanation of where they're at, but it was really bad. And for the first time ever, I actually felt a bit of sympathy for our supporters on the weekend because they think that their team is the number one thing. They start every year like it because on paper they got some superstars in there. And there's been multiple times this season where they've been the worst team in WA and the other team hasn't won a game.
Yeah.
And that's a
bad space to be in.
That's a bad position to be in because if they continue to not win games, they lose winning culture quick. And when you got all that money tied up in all those players and you got minimal youth from good picks whilst spending the cash cow bringing these people in, they could be in for a world of hurt in the coming years if they don't sort it out. And I implore the
they either need to start winning or start tanking, really.
Yeah, I implore them just to fucking. There's quite a good handful of senior coaches currently available right now.
Beveridge.
Some superstars. Well, he's doing too good right now that on that, here I was saying he was going to lose his job this year, and he's probably the fucking number one.
He might have a pick of where he wants to go, really.
Essentially, 100%. So I do stand corrected on that on the record. But no, there is quite a small handful of elite coaches who are available currently, and who may be available at season's end. If I were them, I'd be getting rid of that man right now.
Oh, yeah.
Longmuir out, Longmire in, you reckon?
Well, it's an option. It's an option. That's what I'm saying. There's Bucks is still not, and he has said that he's not saying no to coaching again. and
He's also said he's not super keen to get back into it all that quickly.
I know, but he has said that he's not like
not closing the door on
not
it.
closing the door on it.
If the
You
money's
got-
right.
You got Horse. You got one of them in WA still.
Imagine though.
He'd probably do better with that list than fucking Long Manure is right now.
That's
First-
gonna stick,
and-
man. I like
And
it.
the first thing he's gonna do is sort out the forward line.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, Simo had a great forward line at West Coast, like
great.
Kennedy and Darling.
yeah, but he knows how to use forward, right?
Hmm.
It's fucking, and perseveres with them and builds them, and that's just at a snapshot. 3 people available
Yeah.
right now who are all have levels of football success, right? And I throw Bucks around, right? I know it might sound silly, but he took a team to grand final,
He did.
right? And that same team, once he left, won a premiership, right? Like, and without much change, like
Bless you.
enough to take away from
Bless you again.
Craig McRae
Appreciate
because
that.
his game style did adjust it a bit, but it wasn't so dissimilar from Nathan Buckley's that you go like, oh, how'd they ever survive with Nathan Buckley?
Yeah.
It's he's a good coach and he's really good with players, and that's what
Yeah,
made,
yeah,
that's what
absolutely.
made him a good coach. And Long Manure has to go for coffee with his captain to try work out
Where are we going wrong?
who's wearing the fucking pants in there.
Yeah,
relationship,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like,
Well,
and
once Caleb Strong runs out of phone credit, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Where the text coming after that? Is he on a plan? I don't know. Hopefully.
we'll put our private investigators on it to
Yeah.
find out the answer for you good folks at home. But
Oh my god.
yeah, I would be fucking doing something about it immediately.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would be starting this week making phone.
So I think I saw the stats. The Dockers were top 3 towards the end of, was it last season? Then all of a sudden they completely fell out of the 8, and that was the end of them. So yeah,
Who've they got this week?
Collingwood.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got like
Well, they got a tough run coming after that too.
Yeah, they
Collingwood,
where they
Giants.
finished. Yeah. Well, the way they're playing at the moment,
Or
any team
Adelaide.
can be tough depending on what they pull out. That
Yeah,
week.
that's true. That is
Yeah.
true.
So who's playing who this week outside of that one?
Should we do the tips and I
Yeah,
guess we
yeah.
can find out?
Unless you've got more to talk about.
I don't.
No, we've gone over the assaults and whatever. So I guess it's just another week in footy at the moment.
Yeah,
Like,
well that's kind of the way it is.
is it
isn't
weird it's escalating? Like we've had a fair few in the space of 12 months that we've not had previously, or
I don't think it is. I was thinking this the other day, and if you think about it, there's 18 clubs, 44 players on a list, 800 people. You're going to have some people that make shit decisions in a group of 800 people, and they're going to do stupid things. They're going to take some drugs. They're going to get in fights. Shit's gonna happen. So, no, I don't think it is.
Some manure decisions.
Very good.
Who's playing who? Let's go.
All right, let's go. I haven't even looked at these yet, and usually I look before I get
is
here.
it?
So.
My AFL app doesn't work anymore. If I'm not on Wi-Fi,
This
it doesn't
is
come
not
up.
fucking
If I'm on
tech
Wi-Fi,
support.
no, it is tech support because it was fine, and now if I'm not if I'm on data, it doesn't load.
Mate, that sounds like
Check your settings or-
I've done everything.
That sounds like a not using an iPhone problem.
I went on Reddit. I'm not the only problem. I'm not the only person who's had this issue.
Right, well, you're going to have to ask Finn for a Wi-Fi password then, aren't you?
Are we at
So you
that stage
can
in our
put your tips in.
relationship where I get that?
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you right now because we're currently recording, and
Yeah, why
then
don't you just hand him your phone?
I don't. No, don't do that because then we're going to be moving around cameras, blocking light.
And if he
It's,
clicks on my gallery, he's
why
gonna
don't
see-
I reckon he's just making this shit up so he can change his tips later.
Why
and-
don't-
No, it's not even
Why
working for me
continue
at the
to get ahead
moment.
of
Why
me?
don't you just do it on the browser like every normal person?
I do it.
Do you? Well, I do it
Who
on the
does it
browser,
on the
and
browser?
it works
That's-
every time. All right, so
Boomer.
Collingwood by a margin of 47 is what I'm going. Sorry.
Even though it's at Optus.
Yeah, 49, that's what the thing scrolled to. I was
Yeah,
trying to get it
okay.
to 47. It's really hard to be precise on it, but anyway. I'm going to go Carlton. No, I'm not. I'm going St Kilda.
Oh, yeah.
Mate,
Mate, the Saints are going to Saint.
I've got to back them in for making you two look like dummies this week. I owe them another tip.
No, he had a go at Ross Lyon for coaching not to a premiership. Then he pumps up Buckley, who also coached not to a premiership and didn't play in a premiership.
Nathan Buckley
Hypocrite.
didn't do how many game?
What do you mean?
200? AFL VFL games.
Yeah, that was Ross
so-
Lyon. Yeah,
Yeah,
200
Nathan
plus.
Buckley's not on that list, is he?
I don't know. There was
Well,
no
he couldn't
list.
be because you said all the other 17 had
Oh, yeah.
premierships.
Yeah,
so
yeah, true.
couldn't have been Nathan Buckley, which means he hasn't coached nearly as many as Ross Lyon has. So
He would have coached at least over 150, surely.
Wins.
No, games.
It wasn't about how many games he's coached, how many wins.
Oh, wins. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, to get
Yeah.
get 200 is a lot of games.
Mm.
You'd have
It's a
to.
lot.
He would have had to coach 400. I'd say
He probably had like a 60% win
yeah
rate.
about that. Yeah, so he would have coached 380, and that's a long time in
Yeah.
footy.
I got Collingwood
think
by
he's even-
25.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to do that. What do you got?
We going game for game? We're going the
Yeah,
whole
we've
thing.
started that now, so you may as well
Yep.
keep
All
going.
right, game for game. I'll go the Pies, and I'll go by 34.
Somewhere in the middle.
As I said, St Kilda.
I'm going Carlton.
I
mate.
owe him a favour.
No, I'm on Ross Lyon. I'm on the
Oh, yeah.
train.
Yeah.
St Kilda it is. Woo! How good did
Sweet.
some of those did you one thing with that St Kilda game? The player got yelled at last week, kicked the goal, and then he smiled. Then Ross Lyon smiled. I thought that was cute.
Oh,
We've kind of come full circle.
yeah, best friends.
Yeah, I'm sure he sent him a lovely text message.
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
Great
took him
game.
for coffee.
Love the gameplay.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yeah,
Hawthorn.
same.
Yes, Hawthorn.
Sydney Swans.
And if you're out in Melbourne this week, just watch out if May's had a couple. Look.
He's on the prowl.
Yeah, I got the Swans too.
Who are they? Ooh, yeah, I'll go Sydney. Yeah.
This one's hard, man.
Doggies. Come on,
Yeah.
doggies. They have just proven right now that you have to back them in.
Yeah, no, I've gone.
And the Suns
Dogs,
burnt me
yeah.
this week, so the Dogs haven't burnt me yet.
No, I've gone the Dogs. I've gone the Crows.
Yeah, Crom.
You skip. I didn't give my tips.
Oh, sorry,
because you're
bro.
not
Sorry,
talking, that's why.
Sorry.
No, I was trying to get it. All right, there we go. No, I'll also go the Bulldogs. They're in good hot form.
They are.
How is it that they're not majority tip points? Well, that's crazy.
I don't look at that. I can't see that.
Oh, maybe
I
if
got
you
sports
use the
bet.
browser,
I got sports bet odds.
maybe
No.
if you use the browser, you'd be able to get what I see, and it tells you the percentage
I
of
don't need a browser.
tipsters.
If I scroll all the way down to the bottom, I think I see that.
Well, I can see it on each game.
No,
so
I can't.
59% to the Suns, 41% to the Dogs.
That's interesting.
And you said this one's in Darwin, eh?
Yeah.
No. Yes, it is.
TIO
TIO,
Stadium.
yeah, in Darwin.
Why are they playing in Darwin? Just
Because
change it
Gold
up,
Coast have games in Darwin.
which is in the centre of Australia. We've gathered tonight. That's blown my fucking mind.
Anyway,
yeah.
moving on.
Moving on.
Crom, obviously.
Obviously.
Is it? Oh, showdown.
It's not going to be much of a showdown with those two teams. It's going to be
No.
Port in tatters and
And-
Crom charging.
Oh, that's showdowns are like derby. Sometimes it doesn't matter on the
and
We're
Willie
at the ladder
sending,
position.
Willie sending text messages. So, Crom.
yeah, Crows.
All right, game of the round.
Yeah, look,
Oof.
I might be fucking mental here, but I feel like I'm going to tip West Coast.
Oh, my
it's in the
God.
G.
are you
Is it in the G?
serious? Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
the G.
Mate.
Here's a nice Mother's Day treat for you, mate. You're going to be wrong.
All right, I'll go Richmond. I can't afford to lose another one. Richmond.
No, actually, yeah. Hang on, what time's the game? 11:10. 10 past. Okay, so Bolter can play.
He might not play, though. He fucking came limping off the other day,
Yeah,
didn't he?
that's right.
So that was another thing I saw on Twitter. Someone was like, Bolter limping off at 3/4 time or something. Hope it's serious. Excellent.
Well, he's injured
When-
everyone else. So he's
when you
injured
read
himself.
when you read things like that, you got to remember their tags so you can shout them
Yeah,
out.
actually
for it.
credit
You can
them,
Credit
yeah.
them for their brilliant take.
Very funny, whoever
Yeah.
you are.
I'm going to go West Coast. I'm going to go the upset. Well, it's not really much of an upset.
If
but
they're going to win one, it's going to be that one.
No,
I
it's
thought
not.
it'd be Melbourne, but I'm sticking with
Uh,
Richmond.
So this one, next one,
I take it you're going Richmond.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep being right. Climbing back up that ladder now, boy. I've jumped a spot. I'm on the way back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the way up.
I know I'm on the way down.
Yeah. Obviously Geelong in this one. Because the tsunami is a puddle.
Yeah, there's a puddle there.
What's
It's
wrong with
swell.
this?
It's the splash when you step in your shower. That's,
Yeah.
that's what that is. The ripple.
Yeah.
What's happened to GWS just quickly? Like,
Oh,
what they've
mate.
just
Now someone turned the water off.
They're capitulated.
Yeah.
they're just no good.
They're no
They
good.
can't score much anymore.
No.
Maybe it's the universe just rotating the expansion clubs the way it needs to.
Could be that.
The pools on the coasters now. Freo and
We're
Giants
talking
has been
conspiracy theories.
thrown back out. No, I'm just saying
No.
that ever since Fremantle joined, they just take their turns
Getting good or shit.
and not actually doing anything with it.
So in that case, should we tip West Coast?
No, because they're not. They're not an expansion club
No, they're not.
because they joined the VFL, so they're technically OG, right?
Okay.
They're not an expansion.
Fair.
Geelong Cats,
Yeah.
Yes.
Brisbane Lions.
Yes.
Yeah, I've given up on North.
You have to.
Collingwood, Carlton.
Well, they've
Hawthorn,
disappointed me too many
Sydney,
times now.
Bulldog, Adelaide, Richmond, Geelong. Done. Done. The thing that's disappointing about the tips this week is that not only am I sliding in this comp, I'm now third in our comp, and the two people that are ahead of us are James the Conqueror, number 1 on 50 tip, and Greg
50
P.
tips.
Greg P on 47. Whoever
Greg
you are,
P.
I don't know either of these two people. Greg P's only beating me with margin though, and he's got a cool total margin of 182.
He sounds old because I haven't met a young Greg in quite some time.
Oh, I said 50 as if it was crazy. I got 44.
I got 47.
I'll probably jump 3 spots this week.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, and I'm also slipping in the work comp too, which is quite disappointing. I'm now second, but that's okay. I'll get it back.
At the end of the day, no one's as bad as our buddy Will. So
Yeah, I think he's given up, bro. I don't think he even puts his tips in anymore.
come on, Will. You play footy.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
got a
the
good.
second best margin. What are you doing?
I got 2 quick things.
Because he doesn't put them in.
One stat that I didn't pull off somebody else's Facebook content.
Oi, fuck off.
Nice.
At least I brought something to talk about.
I
Text messages.
Mate,
Somebody sent somebody else a text.
This is 2025. This is how we communicate now.
Yeah,
Modern
yeah.
communication.
Yeah.
It's all Willie
What's
messages.
wrong with the world?
When was who are the only team in AFL VFL history who've ever won a premiership finishing in last?
Is that even a stat?
It is. It is.
I don't know
And
that.
it's during my favourite period of time.
The war.
We went almost a full hour without him talking about it. And he sneaks it into the end.
Yep, it was Footscray back during World War II.
Oh, yeah.
There was only 4 teams who played that year. They finished 4th and they won the premiership.
There you go.
Yep. And Tarryn Thomas, he's in the media again. We
Oh,
forgot.
yeah. This
We're
is
talking
a good
about
one.
rowdy players.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's like dumb cunt shit. That is.
So it started
Mate.
off like he tried to sell a stolen car, or
I
he
take back everything
yeah.
I was saying about people with ding dong brains. Sean Darcy's massive cock ball because the only person I've ever seen come out the competition who literally has the brain cell of a fucking green tree frog when it's drying out
Oof.
is that.
Yeah,
Tried to sell a stolen
no,
car.
he tried to. I think the first one was he tried to sell a car and then there was a gun pulled on him or something.
That's right, yeah.
And now this is obviously a separate incident where now he's got caught in a Lamborghini with.
In a no standing zone.
Yeah,
in the
he was
CBD.
checked in a no standing zone. You had to move your car on and it was full of drugs.
Yeah.
And baggies.
Hmm.
It's pretty bad.
Well, he was still trying to
Pretty
get back, hopefully getting back into the AFL.
When he gets out of prison, maybe. It's because he would get done with trafficking offences. Like that's just,
bad.
you're Gonski.
He'll be
mate.
too old when he gets out of prison to
He
even,
won't get out of prison
even get looked at.
for a long time.
No.
He gets done for trafficking offences. I don't know the volume that was in the car, but like,
How stupid do you have to be?
Why would you park in a no standing zone? Like,
why would you take a car that draws attention to you?
Yeah.
Like that's just
If
fucking.
that's what I mean. Like, if that's
Like-
what the activity you're getting up to, you're not going to do it in a Lamborghini, and you're not going to do it in a no standing zone in the middle
and
of the city.
if you're doing it in a Lamborghini, like it doesn't go in the boot champ.
No.
It doesn't go in compartments.
you keep it in your man purse, and it's hard to frisk you now.
They're not like,
Crazy.
if I'm a police officer and I see a Lamborghini in no standing zone, what am I?
Searching it.
I'm gonna fuck that rich cunt over for
Mm.
thinking he's better than what the sign
Yeah. How does he afford a Lamborghini?
by selling the drugs that are in the Lamborghini.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, was it? We don't know if it was his or not. He was.
No, true.
Well, he wasn't alone. I don't think.
No, I think the article I read said there was another man arrested at the scene.
Probably his lamp.
Hmm.
One brain cell between the two of them.
Yeah.
Fucking
Wild
funny,
shit.
Funny shit, eh?
Some interesting behaviours this year. It's probably the most interesting we've had in quite some time.
Mm.
I reckon. I know their supplier was. Something.
Oh, good one.
That's what you get for beating my team, you bastard.
Excellent. Anything else, gents?
Nah, bye.
See ya. Afraid of the mark.
Send nice texts to everyone. Peace and love.
Send nice textages.
Can we replace him?
Yeah, absolutely.